The first text message wasn't sent from a smartphone. It wasn't sent from a computer. In fact, it was sent almost 200 years before internet existed, and it changed the world forever. For thousands of years, humans were prisoners of distance. Smoke faded, drums fell silent, messengers grew tired, even pigeons could be caught. But then everything changed. In 1820, a Danish scientist named Hans Christian Ørsted made a small but earth-shattering discovery. When electricity flowed through a wire, it moved a compass needle. Electricity and magnetism were connected. But that tiny needle had just unlocked the future of all human communication. Scientists across Europe and America began asking the same question. If electricity could travel through a wire instantly, could information travel with it? For centuries, the fastest message was only as fast as a horse, or a pigeon, or a human leg. But electricity moved at the speed of light. In 1837, two inventors changed history. In England, Charles Wheatstone and William Cooke. In America, Samuel Morse. They were racing to solve the same problem. How do you turn electricity into language? Samuel Morse found the answer. Dots and dashes. Short pulses, long pulses. Each combination a letter, each letter a word, each word a message. This was Morse Code, and it was genius. For example, if you wanted to send a message Alpha Telecommunications using Morse code, it would look like this. Using nothing more than short and long electrical pulses, telegraph operators could send messages across vast distances. For the first time in human history, messages could travel faster than people. Humanity had conquered distance. Within years, telegraph wires stretched across entire nations, across mountains, through deserts, along railway lines. Businesses could coordinate across cities. Governments could command armies from capitals. Families separated by oceans could finally exchange words. But there was still a problem. It couldn't speak, it could only tap. Every message had to be translated, encoded, then decoded again on the other side. Communication was faster, but it wasn't human. Then came a young Scottish-American inventor, Alexander Graham Bell. Bell had spent years studying sound, the human voice, the way vibrations move through air. He believed something that most scientists considered impossible, that the human voice could travel through a wire. On March 10, 1876, Bell spoke into a device.
Mr. Watson, come here, I want to see you.
The first telephone call in history. The human voice had become electricity, and electricity had become the human voice. Within a decade, telephone exchanges began appearing in cities. Operators sat at massive boards, pulling cables, connecting calls, linking strangers, connecting families. For the first time in history, you could speak to someone far away, in real time, in your own voice, with all its emotion, all its urgency, all its warmth. But there was still one limitation: wires. Every telephone call needed a physical wire connecting two places. Every telegraph needed cables buried under streets or stretched across continents. Communication was faster than ever, but it was still tethered, still tied to the ground. But somewhere in Europe, a young Italian inventor was watching, and he was asking a different question entirely. What if you didn't need the wire at all? That discovery would change everything again. I am Enoch Jason, a telecommunications field engineer and director of Alpha Telecommunications Australia. Through my work, I support telecommunications infrastructure projects including field deployment, network deployment, and fault restoration services that help keep communities and businesses connected. Through this series, I am sharing the technologies and innovations that transform the way the world communicates. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in episode 3 as we explore the invention that changed communication forever.